The COVID pandemic has actually brought a lot of creativity among us. You'll see people drawing or dancing, doing videos, vlogging, singing, writing, painting, anything, what have you. And they would share them online, and of course, that's wonderful, definitely entertaining. Our guest today has something very unique, though. This very special guest of ours is phenomenal, to say the least. He sits comfortably in his chair, wears his Versace robe, and sips his glass of wine. Meet David Oulton. Well, hi, David. Welcome to the show. Welcome to eveRIAthing. Thank you for spending your lunch with us. I've been waiting for this moment, and I can't believe I am face to face with David.
Thank you so much. I'm really excited about this. Thank you.
Oh my gosh, and congratulations. You're welcome, and congratulations. You have such a new show, and I am going to ask you to talk about it. And the thing is, it's so successful. This COVID pandemic is really getting so much creativity among us, and people are trying to go online, make music, write poetry. And here you are bringing so much fun into our lives because of your show. So tell us about it. How did you even start this? It's so exciting.
Thank you. Yeah, it's kind of, with how miserable and horrible and terrible COVID is, and without detracting from it, it created the perfect set of circumstances to sit at home and be so bored and losing my mind, and you're isolated and you can't go out and everything's closed and you're getting cabin fever in your house, and it's like you've cleaned the house from top to bottom, and there's only so much you can do stuck at home when it's you and a dog, that I just said to a few people, and everybody's talking on FaceTime now and Zooming and Skyping and FaceTiming. So I just said, I think I'm going to start recording these calls and posting them on social media. And within about a week, that idea had grown into this idea of doing a fully fledged virtual talk show. And within a couple of days from that, I had a deal signed with Amazon Prime, and it was from start to finish, so from kind of conception to completion, we were about a month and a half from coming up with the idea and hiring a couple producers and getting a budget in place and all that stuff, to the show premiering in the middle of July on Amazon Prime in the US, the UK, Germany, Japan. Like it's in quite a few countries around the world, and doing, I thought it was good. And I'm really proud of it. Did I think it was going to be rated 5 out of 5 and be rated higher than all of these other major shows and talk shows? No. So I am so blown away and so grateful for it, and it's been incredible. It's really, really great, and everyone's been so supportive with it. It's opened a lot of doors. It's just crazy. I'm still processing it. So.
And this is hardly heard of. Like, here's success, and you didn't even expect it, and now you're like walking back, like, okay, what did I do, right, to bring it to this level? And I know you've cleaned all your cabinets. Your house is probably brand spanking clean. Khloe is bored to the max,
Or
and
you're
here you are.
on the patio, passed out sleeping. Exactly.
I can imagine maybe one day you're going to just pop up an Instagram question or an invite to someone, and they're not even dressed up, and they go like, let's do it.
So the whole premise of it was, there's so much miserable, doom and gloom on the news now, and so much death and economy and election stuff, and there, sexual assault allegations against some major, like everything is just so negative and so intense on the TV all the time, that was our whole concept. Was, so for every episode, I'm wearing a Versace bathrobe and drinking wine in every single episode for every single interview, and we told the guests, you can lean into that as much as you want or not, but the whole point of it was to feel as though we're having a conversation just like we are right now, and the audience is looking in on it. It's not a formal interview with a list of questions 1 through 10. It's much more casual and conversational and highs and lows of career. And we shy away from current events so much. And it is a lot more intimate. And further to your point as well, it is interesting to see when these guests come on and you're used to seeing them on TV shows or on talk shows and on stages with hair and makeup teams. What is it like when it's just they themselves in their home or their office? So
Well, this is proudly Canadian, David.
yeah,
So,
yes.
oh my gosh, and I can't imagine how excited people must be when you just pop in that invite and
That was the thing. It's like, okay, well, so I've done some film and I've been on a few shows and in a few movies and stuff, and I have a good real estate business and other things, but it's at this caliber, nothing of this level. So my biggest concern was, if we're going to make this successful, how do we get guests on that people are going to want to watch? And I started with Carson Kressley, so I sent him a message, and immediately, yes, I would love to come on. Then I sent Perez Hilton a message. Would you want to come do this talk show? We're literally filming it in my living room in Calgary as a way to not lose my mind during COVID. We do have a deal with Amazon, but who knows where it's going to go. And yes, absolutely would love to come on. And then from there, it just snowballed. The amount of people that we had on and the amount of support that we had on, everyone was so eager and so willing. It was really, really incredible.
and it's very casual. When I watched your snippets, right, it gave me a feeling that yes, you're home, you're in your comfort zone, you're in your element. I think that's the magic of your show, David. And no wonder I've been losing my mind, because I never thought that way.
Yeah.
This is really fun. It's very unique. Your show is unique, and your experience, your expertise as a realtor,
Mm-hmm.
an actor, and you've been hosting too. I think this is the perfect skill set that gives you that skill and talent to just outright do an interview.
Exactly. You're exactly right. A background in film and television really complemented, I think, the success of a real estate career. And then having a real estate career where you're meeting people and you're marketing and you're advertising and you're selling products on the fly, the core concept, they go hand in hand. Whether you're selling a house or you're selling a TV show or you're talking to someone, selling them a property, or you're talking to someone on a talk show, the core concepts are just communication and sales. And so you're exactly right. They all complement each other. All the different elements of what I now do day to day all complement each other really nice. And they all mesh together perfectly.
It's that zest in you that I can feel, have you ever had a client say, wait a minute, I saw you online? Or
it doesn't air in Canada yet, but some of the clips have been really popular on the YouTube channel and the stuff that you can get up here from the show. So there's been a couple of times where they've watched it, but it's more like they sought them out and then brought it up rather than, oh, we recognize you. So I don't think it's not like that here yet. So
not yet.
Yeah.
Well, pretty soon.
You know what? Nowadays, it's kind of like I have no idea what's going to happen because it's been so surreal.
That's true. That's true. You never know. Especially something as exciting as this. And again, COVID has brought up some of our most creative ideas. Like sometimes without COVID, you'll probably think, "Oh, this is ridiculous. This is not going to work," right? But suddenly, people will look for fun. And
Exactly.
you're right, it's depressing, it's sad, but we are aware of the situation, but sometimes we can get so overwhelmed, that we just need to get up, turn on and go, where's David? Where is that guy? Because I need him to pump me up like that. Well, look at you. I've seen a lot of your guests,
Right.
the best guests. Do you have a list now that you got to be ready for the next episode? How do you find them? Or
Yeah, so for season 2, it's a little bit easier for season 2 because now we have a bit of a track record and some credibility. So it's been a little bit easier to book some bigger names. We'll be announcing it in the next week or two, kind of what the next chapter for the show is going to look like. But it has made it easier. I don't want to lose that charm, though. A lot of people are saying, well, now is it going to be in a studio? Or are you going to up the bed? So we might not film in my actual living room the next time around, but it will still be the same. It'll be on Skype and Zoom, and it'll be virtual, and the guests will be at their homes, and it'll be very, I don't want to lose that charm of the casual and the conversation. And I think that a lot of people, some people aren't into it, which is fine. But a lot of other people are really open to taking part in it, which is really, really, it's great.
And you still have your wine.
Still gonna be drinking. Listen, if you can get paid to sit in a Versace robe and drink wine and talk to really cool people all day, like why wouldn't you?
Exactly. Oh my goodness. And you know, that's your trademark now.
It is.
Like your show wouldn't be a show without that.
That's the thing. I know every time I go out now, it's all, everybody's like, well, let's have a glass of wine. You want a glass of wine? You want a glass of wine?
Well, exactly. Well, how about Khloe? Now, do you have to bring Khloe with you to the studio?
No. She was a lot.
You had to think quite a bit there.
Yeah. I don't think she'll be, Khloe had her moment on, she's just out on the patio now snoozing. She had her moment, and yeah, she might make a cameo, we'll say, but who knows?
Oh, maybe when we end the show, we can say hi and she can say hi.
Absolutely. Yeah,
but right now, well, she's doing such a good job. I haven't heard her at all right now. She knows you're doing something very special, I guess.
Yes.
Well, tell me about your real estate career.
So that kind of, when I was younger, real estate was always one of those, a plan that I had that I would be interested in. I've always loved architecture. I've always loved houses. I love talking to people, and I'm good at sales and marketing. So it always seemed like a natural fit to me. And a few years ago, when the film industry in Alberta slowed down a little bit for whatever tax credits and government things out of everyone else's control, when just opportunities started slowing down, I thought, well, this is the perfect time to take a step back. I had just done a few films, and it seemed like the perfect opportunity to take a step back and explore that real estate side of things that I'd always wanted to do. And I've been really fortunate. I work with a great brokerage in Calgary. I have a really good team of people that I work with, really great colleagues. And it's just kind of been a natural, like anybody, the first year was really difficult, or like any realtors I find, the first year was really difficult, but then it kind of has been this natural progression to now I have a really great real estate business built up. Can you hear her now barking outside?
Yes. Hello, Khloe. Welcome to the show.
Incoming. No, over here, Khloe. Come over here.
Hey, girl. Hi. Say hello to your audience.
She doesn't quite understand how computers work right now, so she's looking for someone on the patio, and she's looking downstairs to see if there's anyone at the door. But
and where's that second voice coming from?
Who's this girl?
Hi there.
Come lay down. Come here. Oh,
this is the first time we had a dog on the show.
There we go.
Khloe. Awesome. Another record for us. So thank you, David and Khloe.
She has it's interesting because I'll post something about the show, or I'll post something about real estate, or I'll post something about myself, and a couple hundred likes on it. I'll post a picture of Khloe napping in a field, and there'll be 600, 700, 1,000 likes, and 50 comments,
and she doesn't even care, right? She's not even looking at the camera.
She could care less about other people. It's like if she has food and a ball, she's happy. She could not care less about anything else.
I know. They can just charm you all the way. Too.
Exactly. And I don't ever realize until I look in the screen. I never realize how big she is until I see her sitting next to me. So.
Right, or when you take a photo with both of you, and then suddenly you see like, whoa, you're big.
And now I understand why she's intimidating to people. So of course.
That's true. She takes care of the watching. You take care of the talking. You got a team. You got a team right there. Oh my goodness. Well, you are so busy though. Like what is a typical day for you? There's Khloe, there's your show, your real. What's a typical day for David Oulton?
It's busy, but it's also not of this. I mean, with COVID and kind of the way things go right now, it's a lot of sitting and doing a lot of virtual stuff like this. But I mean, a typical day for us is we get up, we go to the dog park, we spend about an hour at the park early in the morning, and that's where I have my coffee, come home, Khloe naps while I do a workout, and then usually by 8:30 is when the day starts, and that's usually when emails start rolling in and phone calls, and whether it's things to do with the show and logistics and dealing with networks for where we're going to be airing the first season, when because it's not in Canada on Amazon, it's only on Amazon and Apple TV and Google Play in a few countries. So it's a lot of dealing with the show and the guests and the business side of running the show, because I have a really great team of producers, but
Wow.
Ultimately it's my responsibility. So I oversee and I want to oversee everything. I want to know every aspect of everything that's going on with the show. So it's a lot of real estate, a lot of no day is the same. There's no, aside from that early morning routine with the dog park and the gym, there's no routine after that. It's like you're just go with the flow, and there's a lot coming, so just go with the flow and try and manage it as best as you can and don't fall behind.
Yeah, and I'm sure there are a lot of things that are new to you, because suddenly all of these are needing your urgent attention.
So much. It's a massive learning curve. So I'm
You're,
really grateful, but it is a huge learning curve.
yes, well, you're obviously carrying it so well.
Thank you.
No one will think as you sit through that glass
Yeah.
that you're having a lot of things on your mind.
It's a lot to juggle, and we do it in block shoots. So we film, it's kind of, for a couple of weeks at a time. We start at like 9 o'clock in the morning, and then it's interview, like 6-7 interviews a day with, every hour on the hour, and then they're edited together, and they're filmed out of order, but it's kind of, it is tiring. And when you have these giant spotlights on either side of the cameras and a lot of people standing behind. So you as the viewer, it's very intimate for you as the viewer, but there's a lot happening behind the screen with it. And then you're jumping from, Perez Hilton to Deborah DiGiovanni to Renee Wilson to Laura Cooper. You're jumping from all these really diverse and big names and big characters and trying to keep track of everything and keep that energy up. So it is a lot, but it's so much fun, and I've always wanted to do it, and I'm really grateful for the opportunity.
And we're so happy for you. You make it look like everything is really just going so smooth. And because of that, you're doing such a great job as a host.
Thank you.
I remember we talked earlier, okay, how does a host interview an amazing host like you are? But you made it very easy for me to talk to you. I'm going to give you a 5-star, 5 over 5, David. And well, I am definitely, we can let people know, where can they follow you, or just before we end the show, so that, because we don't want people to miss your shows.
Yeah, so I post everything to my social media. So at David Oulton on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, Snapchat, I post everything to social media. We have not announced when the show will air in Canada yet, but it will. We are going to announce it soon. We're just kind of hammering out a couple of things with it. It's a lot of, again, part of that learning curve with me being involved in all of it, is figuring out that process. So there's a lot to it, but it is coming. We just can't say it yet. Everything is very regulated when it comes to that. So there's a lot of clips on the website, davidoulton.com. You can watch a lot of clips from the show from season 1 on there. We'll be announcing a second season very soon as well. So it's really exciting. This came out of nowhere, and I'm very aware of the fact that you can lose it just as fast as you got it. So I'm just trying to enjoy the moment and ride the wave as long as it lasts, and just see where it goes.
I love what you just said. You can lose it as fast as you gained it.
Mm-hmm.
That's a very good lesson for everyone, and you obviously have everything set up there for you. You have your mind, you have your eyes on the ball. We're so happy. Congratulations, David. And we will be following you all the more, especially now we know there will be guests coming up on the show. And maybe people should start getting ready with their drinks in case you needed to have that drink with them.
Thank you very much.
This was such a fun episode, fun interview, and you take care. Love to you and Khloe.
Thank you very much.
Stay safe, and good luck, David.
Thank you.
Take care. Bye.
Bye.
Don't forget, watch out for season 2 of Face to Face with David. After speaking with him, I can tell you that there's every reason to join him as he sips that glass of wine and gets the best out of every conversation. Bye for now.
He's so excited each time you message them.
Yeah.
What are you having right now? I see you're drinking something right now.
That's the bottle of water for today.